Hello guys, I'm making a video today to show you guys how to improve your FPS in-game and improve your gaming experience. Now if you've seen videos like this before, you've probably heard of the program called CCleaner and Disk Defrag, but in case you haven't, I'm going to go ahead and show you those two programs real quick. Both of them are downloadable and I'll put a link in the description for you, so I'm just going to show you real quick how to use those. Okay, so this is CCleaner, and this is a great program. I highly recommend using this. What this program does is it looks into your computer and it finds a bunch of stuff that's taking up space or that you don't necessarily need that's slowing your computer down. So what you want to do when you open CCleaner is you want to click here on Analyze, and it'll find a bunch of stuff that you don't need that's just taking up space, and then once it's done, click on Run Cleaner and it'll delete everything. And then after that, you want to click on Registry, and you want to do the same thing here. You want to scan for issues and a bunch of stuff that's taking up space that you don't need. And then once it's done, click on Fix Selected Issues. Now when you do all this, it will back up your files in case it deletes something that you might have needed or something. I don't know. I've been using this program for a while and I have not found any issues. It's always run just fine for me. So I highly recommend using this program. And now let's look at Disk Defrag. Okay, so this is Disk Defrag, and what this program does is it organizes your processor, and so it makes it easier to find things that it needs, and it makes it quicker when performing tasks. So it doesn't delete anything, it just organizes it so that it makes the processor easier to use, and by doing that, it'll make your computer faster. So what you'll want to do is you'll just want to click here on Defrag, and then it'll work the whole system, and it'll take a couple minutes, and then once it's done, then it'll ask you to restart, and then you'll want to restart, and then while it's restarting, when it starts coming back up, then it'll actually say that it's defragging, and so that's how you know that the process is complete. And so that's it with that. It's a pretty simple program, and I highly recommend using it. Alright, I don't recommend using CCleaner and Disk Defrag all the time. I recommend using it periodically. I usually do it about once every 1 or 2 months or so. You don't really need to do it that much. It's just to kind of get your computer a fresh start. So I recommend doing it every 1 or 2 months or so. But now I'd like to talk about the program that I think really improves and helps with your FPS in-game experience. And it's called GameGain. A lot of videos similar to this one will talk about Game Booster, and I've tried using Game Booster, and I don't know why, but it does not work for me. And apparently it doesn't work for a lot of other people too. But I did find that one program called GameGain, and it really helps. And I'll put a link in the description for the download link as well. And so I'm going to go ahead and open that. So this is just a free version of GameGain, and so what you want to do is you want to put in your information. I use Windows 7 and I have an AMD processor, so I put that in, and then I click Go. And you might want to try moving this to fastest, but that won't work unless you actually buy the full version. So just keep this down here at fast, and then click Go, and it will start working, and then once it's done, it'll ask you to restart, just like the Disk Defrag. And so if you're using Disk Defrag and GameGain at the same time, I recommend doing both of them before you restart, so that when you restart, it does the whole thing at once. And this really helped my gaming experience. This really increased my FPS by quite a bit, and it works a lot better than Game Booster in my opinion. And with GameGain, I recommend you use it more than CCleaner and Disk Defrag. I recommend using this program maybe once every couple weeks, because it really helps with your gaming experience. If your games seem really slow for some reason one day, like in a case where you might just restart your computer, you might as well just use GameGain, because after GameGain you're going to restart your computer anyway, so it's kind of like restarting your computer with an extra gaming boost to give your games a better FPS, and it really works, and I really recommend using this. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope these programs help increase your frames per second in your games.